If you're getting annoyed with yourself at your slow decluttering pace, then making even just one of these mistakes could be what is holding you back. How do I know? Because I have made every single one of them, and I want to help you to avoid making those same mistakes. Let's go back in time and see the very first big mistake that I made. Aw, look at me, such a youngster, just a little kitten. Of course, I would start in the kitchen, even though the kitchen is actually one of the hardest rooms to start in. Well, and no wonder, I needed a break. I was so stressed and I was just so tired of living with all of this clutter. But I needed to make a change and I just didn't know how, clearly. So the problem with starting in the kitchen or like the garage or a storage room or even your closet is that you don't have your sea legs under you just yet. First of all, the kitchen has a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff. And the volume alone might cause some people to get completely overwhelmed and just to quit entirely. Then there's all of the decision making. I like to see decluttering like building a muscle. If you start with the big dumbbells, well, you just can't do it. Or you can, but not for long. But if you start small and more manageable, you can eventually work up to the big guns. My right arm is way stronger than my left. A better place to start is somewhere smaller and somewhere more manageable. I like to tell people start with a junk drawer, start with a washroom. So much better. Then after you feel confident in your decluttering and you're not just ending up keeping things because you just can't decide what to do, then you move on to more full rooms, maybe like the kitchen. Well, let's see the next big mistake. Of course, there I am, organizing and struggling to figure out where the heck to put everything. I thought if I just crammed this in here and put this in here and piled up this and got the right storage furniture, everything would be fine. What I did not realize is that when you try to organize clutter, we're actually not getting to the heart of the issue, and that is all of the stuff, the volume. Maybe you can get it organized. It's sort of like a house of cards or the game Jenga, where all of a sudden somebody comes along and they take something out from the bottom and it all falls down. Then you're either left to reorganize, totally not a good use of your time, or it's messy again. Here's what you do instead. You get yourself 4 bins, one for garbage, one for recycling, one for donating and selling, and one for putting away. Start decluttering and you will have way less stuff to manage. And don't forget, it took a while to gain the stuff and it's gonna take a while to get rid of it. At least I was well-meaning. It's cute. Oh my gosh. I took everything out of the closet and now, yep, there I am, completely overwhelmed. By getting all of my clothes out, I am completely stuck. I am paralyzed with not knowing what to do. And what's worse, I will definitely end up giving up again. When we take everything out of a space and actually expect ourselves to declutter it in a short period of time, it's like saying, well, I'm just going to walk from Vancouver to San Diego today. You would very quickly feel overwhelmed and probably give up and quit and just end up sitting on the side of the road eating some cheesies. Instead, if you said, I'm gonna walk like 10 or 20 kilometers today, bit by bit, one chunk at a time, you'll get there. And it's the same with decluttering, just one at a time. Now, instead, here is what I do today. I am going to declutter some clothes today, and as I remove things, I decide if I need it, use it, or like it, and then when I am done this drawer, and I have decided what I am keeping and what I am decluttering, so I'm never left with a gigantic mess, which just stresses me and probably you out. Then put it away when I have decided what I'm doing with it. Put the stuff that's being decluttered in the decluttering bin. Then I can move on to the next drawer until I am done that decluttering session. I explained the rest of my full system in this video right here. It is decluttering A to Z or Z, depending on where you live. And because you'll avoid these mistakes, you will be much more successful much sooner than I was, which is so good. So thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.